This is Dr. Senthil Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of EEE, SNS College of Technology. This is the course for second semester first year students. The course name is Analog Electronic Circuits. The code is 23WT104. Unit number 3, Transistor Amplifier. We have discussed about the transistors and diodes in the previous section. Whereas now let me see amplifier. The purpose of amplifier is to increase the signal. You mean the signal sensed by a transducer from the body or whatever may be the surrounding environment. It is very small. It is in terms of milliamperes or microamperes. And it has to be amplified for further processing or for transmission or for recording purpose or for measuring purpose. This small signal has to be amplified, has to be increased in its magnitude without disturbing any other, without disturbance, in order to manipulate, in order to further process, or in order to measuring the parameters, etc. Therefore, an amplifier comes into picture. Probably a transistor circuit acts as an amplifier. You mean you know about the application of transistor. The application is transistor act as a switch. The application is the transistor act as an amplifier. How this is happening? With the help of biasing, with the help of biasing the circuit. See here, with the help of biasing. As the biasing circuit is nothing but two resistors. See here in the center portion, here is a transistor. The left is R1 and R2. The resistors are acting as biasing. You know the characteristics of a transistor. It has three regions: cutoff region, saturation region, and the active region. Whereas when the transistor is acted in active region, then it will act as an amplifier. Whereas when the transistor is acted or biased such that it is acting in a saturation and cutoff, then it acts as a switch. Whereas the amplifier is broadly classified into small signal amplifier and large signal amplifier. Small signal amplifier is in the earliest stage of a transducer, whereas the large signal amplifier is in the last stage of the electronic system. The large signal amplifier, the large signal amplifier is also called as power amplifier. It is probably in the last stage of any electronic amplification systems. It is broadly classified into 5: class A, class B, class C, class AB, and class D power amplifier. The circuit, the right hand side displays the power amplifier circuit, which consists of a transistor, some resistors, capacitors, a potentiometer, and R1, R2 goes on. The potentiometer or a variable resistance is to bias the transistor such that it is operating in amplification stage. I mean, a variable resistor can also be used, or a fixed resistor can also be used in order to work the amplifier, work the transistor in an amplification stage. This circuit represents a class A amplifier. I already said that the resistance R1 and R2 shown in the left hand side of the transistor is for biasing. A variable resistor is for biasing. is for biasing. The center portion is the transistor, whereas a common emitter configuration is shown here. Common emitter configuration. The left hand side is your input, where a AC signal, input signal is nothing but an AZ is given to the base, and RE represents the emitter resistance, CE represents the collector capacitor, emitter capacitor for stabilizing purposes, both the resistor and capacitor for stabilizing and filtering purposes, and RC is nothing but RL, which is connected in series with the collector, act as a load resistor, right? We have already discussed that a class A amplifier, a common emitter configuration circuit of a class A amplifier, it amplifies the signal and also it inverts the signal. It amplifies the signal and also inverts the signal. See, in the input AZ waveform, the first one is positive, the second one is negative, whereas in the output, right, the first waveform appeared is the negative, whereas the second waveform is positive. Therefore, inversion carried, and also the waveform has been increased, the amplitude increased, therefore amplification is also carried. This is expressed, is also explained with the help of an quality, Q line graph, load line graph, and with also the help of expressions. Thank you for patient listening of class A amplifier. Let me discuss in detail the load line analysis of the class A amplifier in the next video series. Thank you.